Alright, hi class, Coach Day, and today this video is going to go over the notes on getting the slope by a formula. Now, the first four examples, these are going to be kind of reviewed. These are going to be finding the slope of a line when we're given a graph. So let's look at A. Now, what you want to do for your points is find a spot that both crosses the up and down lines and right and left lines, so the y's and the x's. And after you have your 2 points, then you can start to connect them. So this one, it goes down 1 and over 1, 2. So it's -1 over 2. The slope of line B. So find line B. Now, this one just goes left to right. Remember, lines like that have a slope of 0. The slope of line C. Well, C is this line up here. It's going diagonal to the right. Remember, it's going to be a positive slope, so now let's just see where they cross. I've got one here and one there. So up 1 over 1, so that's going to be a slope of 1 over 1, which would reduce down to just a slope of 1. And then this slope of line D. Line D is this vertical line right here. Remember, vertical lines have a slope of undefined. Now, I have a question for you. What if I just gave you 2 points and I didn't give you the graph? Could you find the slope? Well, one way is to use the slope formula. So you can use this for any point where you have the x and y's that are given and you need to find the slope. So let's do a couple examples together. Here's our formula. M equals y2 minus y1, so we're subtracting the y's, over x2 minus x1. And remember, the y's is the rise, and the x's is the run. Because the rise, it goes up and down. The run goes left and right. So we're basically just getting the slope by finding the difference of how much the y's moved and putting it over how much the x's moved. Let's look at number 5. So our formula, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What I'm going to recommend is that we write in the x1 and y1 over our first point, and then x2 and y2 over our second point. So our y2 goes first, so it's going to be 8 minus our y1, which is 3, over x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is -2. So we've got 8 minus 3, which is 5, and 4 minus -2, which actually comes out to 6. If you don't believe me, try it on your calculator. But 4 minus -2 is the same as 4 plus 2, and we get 6. Now, how could we check it? Well, if you want to check it, you could make sure you plugged in the formula correctly, or you could actually put this on a graph and count. So over here, we're going to do the same thing. Use the formula, use our points. Now, remember, first point, so it's x1, y1. Second point is going to be x2, y2. Now, I'm just plugging in the points as I have them labeled. So I've got 2 minus -6 over -5 minus 7. Which should give me, keep it switch flip, 2 plus 6, which is 8. -5 minus 7 more is -12. This one does reduce. They're both divisible by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. -12 divided by 4 is -3. Good so far. We're going to keep using this formula over and over and over again to get our assignment done today. This was part 1 of the notes. I'm going to stop the video here and flip over and do the back, and that'll be part 2.